Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. We are on episode 47 of Peace Talk. Can you believe we're almost 50 episodes deep? God and Goddess are good. God is good. Goddess is great. We have a new addition to the Mystic Illuminations fam. Nikki, how are you doing?
Amazing. Amazing. How are you? Thank you for
I'm
having me.
doing I'm doing very great. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. I know you're from Detroit, and that's always an
Let me
honor.
give you
Always
a
an
proper Detroit greeting. What up though?
honor.
What up though to the chat? I gotta get in there and say what's good to everybody. Representing the D, that's definitely the truth.
All
Such a
day.
blessing
And
to be here.
for those that don't know, Nikki, like myself, also is very much so into hip hop. So
Yes.
we're gonna change the game real quick and open this peace talk with a collab freestyle. I
Let's
know
get
y'all ain't ready, but let's do it.
it.
Okay.
Let me turn it up. We got the head now, we kicking.
Yeah. Peace Talk episode 47. I'm a Gemini representing heaven. God gave down bread that was leavened, so I gotta feed y'all and you receive it. So it's all good because hatred I deleted. And I gotta stay on point with facetious lyrics. I know you hear it with the spirit, and I'ma pass the flow just cause you know she got it too.
Yep, I got it too. Listen, who it be? Who is you? Who is in tune? I say what up though to the peeps and I zoom into the webcam. I'm back, but I'm here the first time with that first rhyme. But I welcome my heart, my line, my rhymes when I kick it with Magic Mike. And listen how it goes on tonight. We peace talking and listen how it's G's walking. This is how it is. We creep stalking and we in this peace. And yeah, believe talking is nothing that we can't do. And yeah, we gotta spit that truth. We keep it truth. We keep it real. Keep it truth and proof. Yeah, I say I do what I do. I'm so honored. It's a blessing. It's surreal to be here with you. I pass it back because you got what to do. I look up to you. You're an inspiration and a homie. And listen how it is. I hope you people know me, love me, because I love you. I'm ready to heal, ready to do what I do. Yes, Mike. Yes, Mike. Give it back. Yes, Mike.
All day, all night, keep it true. If you
Yes,
can put up a little bit, it's too low because you know we still killing shit. What's up to
yes.
everybody in the live chat? Y'all know that we don't keep the fakeness here. We keep it over there because we ain't fake. And it is what it is. You know, this is a date with the day and a time so divine. You ain't know we do this off a dome because we high. Not off the
Hey,
marijuana, but just off of vibes. And it's all
yes.
like it's supposed to be. Yeah. And I
Uh-huh.
got go to see like Casey and we singing these tunes and it's like, hey B, Anke Tune said she got the juice, Mike. Mystic Illuminations got all day, all night, dope
Yeah.
psychic spiritualists and the like. So if you want to hate, then I guess it's night. Hey,
Bye-bye.
you got more to say? To pass the flow. Oh, it's so tricky.
Yep. That's how we do it. Never tricky. And this is how it is. We don't have to smoke the sticky to get high. You heard him. You with me? I'm with him. And this is how it is. We spitting. I'm from the mitten. He in the Vegas. We rolling dice. We doing this shit like players. That's how we do. We know Outcast, but we that new duo coming through. Oh. Who is she? Who is you? We do what we do. We tell the truth. We speak the peace talk. I love it. Like I said, G's walk. So here we go. I pass it back to Mike because he got that G talk, that peace talk, that G talk, that peace talk.
That G talk, that peace talk, said I was heaven sent because you know I peace walk in the sky like Anakin, a Skywalker. People turning
Yes.
Darth Vader, but I lock you. Make sure you see the truth every time. We be holding back our flows because it's really too divine. We ain't trying to blow your mind. That'll mean it'll explode. But it's all good because this truth will just implode. So thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. Stay tuned.
Love
We're
it.
gonna close out with the freestyle as well. You
Yes.
know, we just had to let y'all know. Oregon Roadrunner said you two need to create a song. It's in the works. It's in the
Yes.
works. Definitely. So for those that don't know, Nikki, what is your sun and moon and rising?
I am a Scorpio sun and I'm a double Taurus. So I'm Taurus moon and Taurus rising.
Oh, double Taurus. How do you feel that the Taurus energy affects your Scorpio energy?
Oh, well, it's always like a head to head, you know what I mean? We're here like always. It's quite the battle, but at the end of the day, it really kind of brings me more to my natural mystic style of, you know, why I naturally connect to the earth and naturally connect to, you know, mystical vibes from the Scorpio sense. So I feel like it brings me down to earth and sometimes a little more because of the doubleness, but it's also feeling like a strength.
And it does help you ground all that psychic energy, I believe.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel like I live on cloud nine, like, or on Jupiter. It's more or less like, okay, you know, I'm still here on Earth.
That's what it do. I'm actually going to we will read your chart if that's okay with you. Some
Oh,
people
absolutely. I have no objection on that.
That's what it do.
I would love that, yes.
If you don't mind,
Yeah.
could I get your natal chart details again live?
You said what? You want to throw it up live?
Yeah, well, I'm
interpreting right for
the chart
everybody.
later.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Ask me like your birthday and your time of birth again. So I'll pull up your chart and then we can do it.
You right now? Do you want me to just do that?
Yeah, totally. But
Okay.
yeah, awesome. To really experience the Scorpio and Taurus duality, it's one of those very rare energies that it helps you ground that intensity. So it's definitely appreciated. I've experienced this. I had a reading recently from Nikki, and it just blew my mind away. Like the one thing that I'm scared about when it comes to Scorpio suns and Scorpio moons is that, like, tell them anything, they will just like go deep in your shit and just expose it for you. Damn, things I didn't tell her, she was just telling me, like, wow, like, can't hide. So definitely appreciate, you know,
There's a little feedback, but thank you. That was like something that was just a surreal experience at the end of the day, but it all came out to be like a very epic moment, I think, for both of us. And I think that was really like, it hit home.
Epic indeed. It's always a very valuable experience.
Oh my gosh, honor. And then, you know, we just kept on being like, what? So that's when you really feel it and you love it. You know, it's just like, it makes the channeler feel like, all right, wow, like, you know, you're legit. But then when someone that more legit says that you're legit, you're like, oh, wow, yes, this is it, you know? So we were definitely on the vibe. I sent it to you, by the way. So let me know if you got it.
I got it. There's not much that's more intoxicating sometimes than spiritual confirmation. It just feels so good.
Yes, it is. And even like when Lauren said, you know, I was thanking her and I said, geez, this is such a great connection. And she said, sometimes when you get connected to spirit, you just want to get on the floor and kiss the ground. And I'll tell you what, you do. And you just don't know. It's very mind blowing sometimes that you'll even feel like, wow, is it really this deep? And then it is.
And a great shout out to Lauren, by the way, for those of you who are not sure. Lauren. She's the Capricorn behind the scenes, making sure this Gemini has things organized. So invaluable help.
Peacetime. We owe that to her. She made the connection. So much love and much gratitude to Lauren.
So would you mind getting into a little bit what got you, before I ask you about your spiritual path, which we may find is intertwined, what really inspired you to create a love for hip hop or to get into that field?
Well, to get into the field, it was just like probably when I turned 18, I was able to like get into the clubs in Detroit more. So I was able to kind of see what the scene was doing and seeing like the open mics and things like that. So that's what made me kind of get in it. But I've always been a fan of hip hop, like since I was a kid, you know, to the point where I was like 13 before that, you know, buying like Parental Advisory, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony, What Up Though. They were like one of my first albums that I bought underage. But I loved hip hop since a kid. So when I became a teenager, I went out to the clubs and I really dug what the scene was doing, and I started freestyling and really getting into it more. So
who are like 5 artists who very deeply in any genre too, but especially
in any genre? Oh, now you just really knocked me like, woo. That would be really hard to say any genre. Should I mix them all in one? Like in one top 5?
Yeah. And they don't have to be in order either.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to give a shout out right now to Stevie Wonder. I'm going to put him in there. Okay. Stevie Wonder is one that really, you know, hits the soul. And, you know, shout out to the hometown, Motown. So Stevie for sure. Tupac is definitely somebody that's been a huge influence. I love, you know what I mean, everything that he represented while he was here on Earth. And even after, he's still making moves, you know. Love his energy. Santana is a big one. I seen him live and it was like amazing. So me and my mom went and seen him, and that was like one of the top 3 favorite concerts ever. And I'd have to say, like, oh gosh, there's quite so many. So it's really hard to kind of like put them in a box. But Janis Joplin is a huge one. She was just like somebody that I always related to when I first started listening to her tracks. And Jimi Hendrix, you know, them two, they went hand in hand to me. So my dad was into classic rock, my mom was into Motown. So it was like the best of both worlds. And, you know, being a hometown girl, Eminem really blew it up for us. And not like blew it up in that sense, but just kind of like cracked the domes too. And before Eminem, you know, there was Proof, there was like the open mics, there was like a lot of different elements that came into play when it came to Detroit hip hop. So, I mean, they got to be in their own category, like Detroit hip hop, you know, and then it's like Stevie Wonder, Santana, Janis Joplin, you know, I'm trying to grab like a little bit of each decade. So
Janis Joplin, all right. That's what's up. How about more hip hop influences then?
Rakim, like I would say that when people say like, who do you think is the top rapper? I would say that Rakim is the god, and I just always felt his voice. Voices are really like very, very important to me. Like, of course, content. You got to know how to write a beat. You got to know how to like do what you do and do it effortlessly. However, like if you don't have a voice and it seems like it's annoying, like I can't rock that. Rakim's is so strong and powerful. I just loved his energy. So I'd have to say definitely him. Andre 3000 is somebody's flow that just always like stuck out to me. He was a huge influence. Jay Dilla is like a huge influence in my life as well. So it's kind of like his rap and also his production. A lot of people don't know he rapped and he, you know, made beats. So he was a definite big inspiration. Slum Village, you know, a lot of those cats came out and really paved the way for a lot of people. They're just like a lot of my favorites. And, you know, I even love like the hardcore, like Little Kim. She really like paved the way for a lot of rap, you know, like that hardcore. I love 90s rap, you know, Tribe Called Quest, R.I.P. Prodigy, like MOBB. Loved Mobb Deep and still do. We lost a lot of greats lately, so I got a rep, you know. It's been a tough few years losing some of them cats, you know. I mean, I feel like they'll live on forever though. So we just keep it alive playing their music, you know, excuse me. But there's so many, I could go on and on. Like I know that we've talked a little bit and said, you know, hey, Andre 3000, Black Thought, he's huge. He's real huge. So I love that. Who do you like, Mike? I know we said Black Thought. I think we're still on. I might have lost Mike, so I don't know.
Oh, we back.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I'm having some psychic interference because it is an energy that's not really happy right now, but it is what it is.
I'll get out a little bit of some tools out here. I know I
They ain't gonna stop.
Peace talk. Shout out to Candace. She's amazing. But I remember you guys were up on your Florida water, so I got mine stacked too. Shout out to Florida water.
You don't know how stoked I am. Like now I have 4 Scorpios in the crew right now. Like
yes.
So they're not messing with us. And you know you didn't mention 21 Savage and like Lil Yachty and these new heads, but it's all good. No, I'm just joking.
Well, you got to put me on. You got to like kind of let me know who you rock with like that. I know we've been kind of going back and forth. You said you dug Danny Brown, right? We talked about
Danny Brown. Someone in the chat mentioned Slum Village, and of course Dilla. You know.
Yeah, yes, most definitely Dilla. Guilty Simpson. I mean, the list goes on. There's Fat Cat. You know, Almighty Red Hots.
Yeah.
Say that again?
No. Elzai. I mentioned Elzai, yeah.
Yeah. Elzai, amazing, cold MC.
Super cool.
And that's so dope. Like you read, like know about Detroit hip hop. Because when we talked, you said Dilla right away, and I was like, oh yeah, he a real one. He knows Dilla.
Yes. King John, the new XXL freshman list is trash. Like I'm saying that live. It'll probably bite me in the ass later, but you're right. Yeah, absolutely. That's nothing like you. But yeah, yo. It's really great to meet someone else that has rich taste in hip hop. It's so rare nowadays. And like that's really like the litmus test for real. Extension cord, damn, Brienne. Oh, my bad. I'm getting all distracted with the live chat. But one question I'd like to ask now is now more seriously, of course, like what really like inspired you to walk this spiritual path? And where does the name Chula come from as well? Because it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, like to get on the spiritual path, I feel like it's always been there. I've had like prophetic dreams like since a kid. I've always been connected to spirit that way. I've had like a lot of visions and spoke to a lot of spirits. Even my mom said like when I was a child, my hands would get really hot and she would be like, oh, bring me your positive energy if she wasn't feeling good, and I would always heal her. So it made sense later on. I didn't really kind of know from being a child up into maybe like the teens. I wasn't really, knew about Reiki healing. But once I kind of got hip to that whole lifestyle, I was like, oh, it all just kind of made sense. And, it wasn't a wonder that I got into Reiki and into, wanting to walk a spiritual path. And, people throw spiritual in a way where sometimes it's like, oh, they use it real loosely. But spiritual to me, it's just a way of life. And I know that we don't want to separate ourselves from God because we are God. And I know that we always kind of have our own, thoughts about how we are spiritual. But to me, I feel like we are all connected and there is that one divine spirit. So I've always just been connected to that way. And Chula came to me just meditating. I was really close to my grandfather. He was a huge inspiration in my life. I love him to death, and now that he's dead, he's still here because he's a spirit guide. He's an angel for me, and he's a Mexican man, a very proud Mexican man. Shout out to my mom, Simona. She's I don't know if she's in the chat, but I gotta see if she's in there. But yeah, like our heritage is just really important, and Chula is meaning gorgeous, right? So, and I thought I want to, base Reiki on what I do, like off of something that is, has like a point, like a acronym or something. So it came to me, just spirit said, this is it. And it was like Chula chakras. And then it just came to me even more because I looked at it on paper and it was like channeling, healing, uplifting, light, abundance. And I was like, oh, that's exactly what I do. I mean, I channel, I uplift, I bring light, and it's abundant. So it just made sense to kind of just stick with that vibe. And once I got that going, I was like, oh, this is definitely just what was a part of me. You know, it's not a business or anything. It's just who I am. I'm Chula. A lot of people call me Chula. So it's just the way, you know what I mean? It came into play that way. I think my grandpa had something to do, maybe sent it through spirit with him. So, and that's probably confirmation with that little.
I was going to say that sounded just like confirmation too.
I love it. Yeah. So it's been great, like discovering that, you know.
And what would you say when you express your spiritual abilities? First of all, how would you describe the abilities you have spiritually? And what more or less goes into the process of you, you know, probably doing a reading or connecting with spirit?
So what goes in the process of me connecting? Like what, like kind of like what do I do basically? Or like how do I get to that level? I kind of want to understand the first part.
It's a weird question because it's not really, I'm pretty sure connecting with spirit is like more abstract, but like some people may like sage, some people may do prayers, but like how do you get into that zone? And how do you usually like assist people and when you read for them?
Okay. Well, yeah, I love sage. I love Palo Santo. Like, I always feel it's so important to like clear any energy. Sometimes, like, even if it's just like where you're at and you don't feel that there's any negative energy, it's just great to clear to start your deepness when you get into spirit and you get into that connection. So it's just like clear. I have sage here, you know, I keep it around. I always have Palo Santo. I have Florida water. You know, this is like my new boo because, you know, you can wear it on you and it's like refreshing. In the summertime, it gets hot. So that's a really nice spiritual cleansing water. And you can put it on your tools. And I have like a crystal collection. I love crystals. And I started working with crystals intuitively when I got into Reiki. So I was like, okay, so I understand now like why people really gravitate to healing with crystals, because they're not only gorgeous, you know, they're a healing tool. And then when you kind of get into the properties of those. So however I'm feeling, like intuition just brings me every time how I get to it. Like it's just, it'll tell me to open up a book and I'll look at the page and that will be the message, or I see a word, or, you know, once I get into that vibe and I ask spirit to just super come through, you know, pray to some angels, understand that there are certain ones that come to you different days. It's not like, you know what I mean? You're always going to maybe have your same guardian angel, but there's all different ones you can call upon. And I've realized that. So I've called upon them and, you know, we get the sage rolling and we do, you know, some prayers, and I talk a lot, you know, I talk to them. So that kind of gives me like confirmation. Oh, that's like so excuse me, I'm sorry. So it's like a super confirmation for me, and I go, you know what, this is it. And then a freestyle will kick, because like my ringers are like always instrumentals.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
My bad. People are probably seeing like my homies, my Yomi out in NY just hit me up. She's like, yo, you're on with my good sick, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's just something like that. I just can't explain, because I think that every time it's a different thing. Like, because spirit, I'm so connected every day. Like, I don't really have to reach out to spirit. It's already in me. So I kind of like, I get with the flow. I get with how I feel. I put on an instrumental. I'll put on a Prince song. I'll put on like a Rodriguez song. I'll do something to get the vibe going where I can really tune in. And then I write, I freestyle, I talk. I use my crystals. I get into any type of vibe that I can that's going to get me into a mystical form. So, and I just roll with it, and it's never steered me wrong, like ever. So
a lot of people are very
more, but say it again.
A lot of people are very into the poster you have in your background. Would you mind like talking about it, or like
can you guys see all of it? Oh, there we go.
Now we can, yeah.
Sweet. So it's funny, I had it up there for a while, and then I took it down for a little while, and I had it as a tablecloth, and then I put it back up just recently. And it's just something that I really gravitated to. I seen it on Amazon, actually. I wanted to get like a sick Mandela or something, and then I seen this because it was like astrology, right? But it didn't really have like, you know, too much of a design other than that, and the sun ruled it, and I love the colors. Like, you never really see like turquoise and maroon together, so I thought that was kind of dope. But thanks, guys. I put it up for you guys, actually, because like I just feel like it was something that I wanted to vibe with for Mystic Illuminations, and especially with Mike inviting me tonight, I'm just like, I want to do this for you guys.
Very fitting. Very fitting.
Thank you. Thank you.
So definitely one thing I respect a lot about engaging or talking to Scorpios is that it's very easy for them to be aware of the dark side of spirituality, and like more so I really feel y'all can see things or be aware of things that others may need to be enlightened to. So what kind of experiences have you had as far as like malevolent spirits or spirits? And like, it's a very vague question.
You know, I know, you know, and we haven't even talked about it, so I'll get to it. Like, I've experienced sleep paralysis for quite some time. I haven't had it in a very long time, and you know, all the wood is knocked because it's not a fun experience, you know. But I've felt always kind of like that sometimes, and I would see things. And the sleep paralysis, I don't know if you guys know in the chat like what that is, or if anybody's ever experienced that, but it's just you're in your waking moment, so you're really not in a dream, so your body is paralyzed to where only your mind is awake, or you could open your eyes, but it's usually in between, like when you fall asleep or when you go to wake up. So upon research, it's like, do you get stuck between the spirit worlds and your spirit doesn't come back into your body? I mean, there's so many different like scenarios when a lot of people experience that. They don't really know why it happens, but to me, I've realized that it's always been like a dark or negative force around when it did occur, because it was never a good feeling. It was always like feeling like something was there pulling you, something was there stopping you, or wanting you to go to that. So I've experienced that, and I put that out there because maybe, like, you know, people have experienced that and they don't want to say it because it's a scary experience, and it would probably maybe make them feel uncomfortable to tell somebody something like that, and they, you know, feel subconscious about it, you know, and like afraid. It's something that, you know, can happen when you don't take care of yourself too. Like if you don't get a lot of sleep and you're, you know, maybe you're doing things that aren't great for your body, and you're kind of like just, you know, in a different state of mind. I don't know, you probably know more if there is like a certain planet transit that would happen when that maybe occurs, or when like other spirits come a little bit stronger. And as far as the dark spirits, you know, they come just as much as light, but we focus on the light, you know. So I don't know if that's maybe even not what you were trying to say, but I just wanted to throw that out there, because like being a Scorpio, like I've experienced stuff like that, you know, and I'm not afraid to hide things like that because I'm not scared. You know, it's not escape anymore.
That's what I appreciate the most about you know, people like you as well. I had a reading with someone recently, and I don't know if she was a Scorpio or a Capricorn with some Leo energy, but like she had mentioned that my heart goes out to her because she's one of the newer generation children waking up to the psychic power, and she was talking about how paralysis, but she's like, you're telling me that I'm powerful and stuff, but how come I don't have strength to defend myself? I had sleep paralysis. I had people trying to take my body. I felt excruciating pain, and I woke up still feeling that pain. And for some people, they experience how real is spiritual warfare is. And, you know, I had to say, like, it's not at all that you're not strong enough. It's just these are the growing pains that we go through spiritually. What kind of advice would you give to someone like that going through that?
Exactly. My advice to them is that to really know that it's nothing that they've done wrong. It's nothing that they should be ashamed of if there is an experience like that. Just know that it is okay to feel vulnerable, but my advice is never be scared. Do not be scared, because if you're not scared, nothing's going to happen. It's almost to the point where it's like, it presses you to the limit where you feel like you're about to break. And then it's like, okay, well, it wasn't that bad, was it? I don't know. Maybe if I'm a Scorpio, sometimes I feel like pain tolerance or scare tolerance can be a little bit more heightened than maybe some other things. But then there's other things that I'm weak at, you know, because I'm super emotional. So it really, you know, you kind of like go through the balance of that. So I would just say, tell people, don't be scared, and talk about it to somebody, you know, and just know that like you need some spiritual tools. It is a spiritual war out here. We're on this earth to defend our rights to be here in a sense, and our whole souls to actually connect on a deeper, bigger level. So it's like, if you need your tools, get your sage. That's why they're here. Get your crystals. That's why they're on the earth. You know, we're all tuning in to a different vibration. So we definitely got to take that in stride and know that if these things happen, we are better than that. We are powerful, more powerful than those spirits. So even if they want to test us, you know, we aren't going to fold. So don't ever be afraid, and talk to people about it, and get yourself some tools. Get some Florida water. I mean, we love it. So, I mean, if anybody wants to know what it smells like, it's just super fresh, you know? So, and that helps too. Cleanse yourself, you know, say, you don't have to, I don't care who you pray to, just say a little shout out to a higher divine before you close your eyes at night, you know?
Because what does that involve? That involves invoking your energy. So before you give the power away to a higher being, just like Nikki said, you're more powerful. That's why they have to attack you with fear, because you're the one in the body and spirit. And what Spring B said that was really relevant was that, you know, Capricorn women go through a lot of issues like this, and they're spiritually disturbed because they worry too much. The Virgos, the Capricorns, like, you worry too much. It's outside of these signs too. Like, that was just an example, but the more worry you give them, the more fear you give them, that's what they're going to use. When you decide not to have trust because you think you control everything, you're giving the dark side fear to use against you. And then Pisces priestess had said, sometimes it's your spirit that causes the paralysis. And scientifically even, which I don't want to like use this as proof or anything, just more supplementary, but you know, the basis of sleep paralysis is so that your body doesn't like move around when you're dreaming and then you're fighting a dragon and you fall out your bed. So we sleep paralysis. So it's not the sleep paralysis that's bad. It's the spirits taking advantage of the sleep paralysis that you have to try and get you. So,
okay. So maybe that's that makes super sense.
Yeah.
Because the sleep paralysis is the actual act of, like you say, you're not moving when you're sleeping. So it's the interference of the spirits coming in between your state of being in paralysis and being in waking life.
Like,
and
this is no chance to get them. Yeah.
So if you guys can imagine having waking life and not being able to move, you know, so that is this paralysis in a sense. So that's how they kind of mess with that.
Yes.
And I swear, maybe 5 seconds could feel like, you know, 5 minutes. So, you know,
no, that's true.
But it's nothing we can't overcome. And, you know, once you show you have no fear, you just get stronger by day. Like Mike said, you know, they feed off of that. They feed off the fear. Even if it's just a slight, they'll take it, and then it'll create a bigger way of feeling scared. So we can't, you know, give them an inch at all.
And Christina said, that's scary as fuck, not being able to fight them off. Great point. You're not supposed to fight them off. Your spirit guides protect you, where you can see them, but they're not going to touch you. When have they ever, like?
I've actually felt one touch me before. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I've actually, well, actually it wasn't my skin, it was my hair. So it was like my hair was moving, like and whispers, they happen. And that can, you know, a whisper could feel like breath on your neck, you know, so that's how real it can get. You know what I'm saying? That's how real it can get, real effing real. Like, you know, real. But to the point, like how I said earlier, to the point you feel like you're going to just freaking freak out, you know, and you can't just take any more at all, to the point where it's like, okay, it's over, you know? So it's like that, just that second.
And Spring B asks, you have a cat moon, Mike. You seem pretty objective about it. How is it for me? Saturn's on my moon. So like, spirits don't even mess with me like that. Like, they'll get murked. And the thing that's weird though, is like, I'm objective about it because I'm a Gemini, but one thing, because like I can be all passionate about it right now, I've been in between sleep state and awake state, and I will feel fear because it's like you don't have that same mental fortitude when you're awake.
Right.
You could feel very vulnerable. So I'm not going to say that I've been fearless through it, but one thing I've learned is that your spirit guides, your higher self, will never put you through a situation you're not ready for. Sometimes you're going to have to go through that darkness just so you can experience it. It's just like getting a shot. Like, it hurts, and then it's like, oh, it wasn't really that bad, right? So that's kind of what some people, I would say, go through, but it's different for everyone. Like, I don't want to dismiss people who go through real traumatic experiences. Like, some people are super, they have the poltergeist moments, they can't tell anyone. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
They do. And don't get it twisted. Like, I don't experience that anymore, but I think that was like the example of the evolution of a Scorpio, because sometimes Scorpios feel that and then they, you know what I mean, go into the divine. And when you're an evolved Scorpio, we have to experience that. So a shout out to the Scorpios in the chat. Like, if any of you guys ever, you know, experienced some of that, you know, I know that we've probably made it to an eagle stage. You know, there's a lot of stages of Scorpio. So
true that.
It's definitely a powerful thing. Phoenixes, you know, shout out to the Phoenixes in the house too.
Definitely. What stage do you feel you're at right now?
I think I'm going like Eagle to Phoenix, possibly. I mean, but I could be totally wrong, you know, like I thought certain things like, here, I'll just, I don't know, like, you know, come on.
Back off, I'm a goddess all day, every day. That's what it do.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, that could be a Phoenix, but you never know.
I like to think sometimes you all alternate too. Like, even though the Scorpion phase is looked down on, I think it's necessary. Like, sometimes you have to be that Scorpion, sometimes you have to be that Eagle, and sometimes, of course, you gotta transcend to the Phoenix. You know, Devability says, "Oh my gosh, I love her, and I don't even know her." So
I love you too. Who is it?
Devability.
Devability.
One of the dope ones who always show love in the live chat. Thank y'all. I do see y'all.
Devability, shout out. Love you too. I want to get to know y'all. Like, that's what's up. But I do want to mention though, I wouldn't have probably gotten to my freestyle stage if I wasn't a Scorpion. You know, like I hit like this scene very young, and I was fearless in that sense, you know, where it was like I was out there kind of like a destructive Scorpion in a sense, but I still had it where, you know what I mean? You go through your stages. So I'm very grateful for that stage because it brought a lot of different blessings to come in my life and a lot of different gifts that I didn't know I had. So I'm grateful for all the stages of being a Scorpion. That's for sure.
Amen. So you also channel as well. How would you, for someone who is new to channeling or isn't aware of it, how would you describe the process, and how do you personally channel, and what is that like for you? So, oh, okay, you're back. Awesome. Wait, no. So quite predictably, I talked about channeling, and we have some interference. So this is kind of like answering the question in and of itself. We're gonna wait for her to come back to the chat, but someone did ask what sign are gold diggers. And that's all signs, men and women, all signs. Every sign can be a gold digger. But every sign can be a gold digger. You want to look at the moon sign. Whenever you ask questions like, what sign is most likely to be this? What sign is most likely to seal? All signs do it. But the zodiac sign will let you know what kind. Like Libras are, and Tauruses, they're going to be straight up with their gold digging. Like Libra's going to finesse the crap out of you. Taurus woman, maybe a little bit more direct with Aries. Pisces is going to make it sound like they don't need your money with Capricorn, but they'll go dig like a little bit. Like it's all different. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone has their different MO, but you never want to like feel like it's just one sign. You're going to have one sign that does it better than other signs, but yeah, it is what it is. It happens for every sign. Like if you're going to say which sign is the best cheater, every sign cheats. Like every sign can be faithful too. Every sign you will show you how faithful they are by how they do it, but every sign can be a cheater too. Every sign can be a scumbag. Every sign can be amazing. So it really depends on how you look at your energy, which really means that it really depends on you individually as a spirit and soul. How do you use your sun and moon? If you want to use your sun and moon and your planets to be a scumbag, then you're going to do it. If you want to use it to be a good person, then you're going to do that as well. So we're going to wait for her to join back on the chat because, I mean, they tried to do this with Candace. Every time Candace was going to drop some straight knowledge, interference, but we made it work. And we're going to make this call work too. It's not a thing. It's not a thingity thing. Shout out to those of y'all in the live chat. King John says Taurus are the girls that sing no romance without finance throughout the whole first day. Ah, that's so true. Ah. Vanessa Bueno, yes, this peace talk is astrology based. We're gonna pull up some charts soon. So yeah. And then what's up with the water energy? Are we gonna drown? Wait until Jupiter goes into Scorpio, y'all. Yeah, we might be. Miriam asks, what does it mean to be Phoenix level? So when you have the various level of Scorpios, the Phoenix level is going to include the true nature of Scorpio, where they transform, they die to themselves. One thing that's symbolic about the Phoenix is that but then they get reborn through the ashes. And Scorpio is going to process a lot of that darkness. They're going to have to go through those trials so that they can be reborn from that difficulty. And then, of course, rise like the phoenix and become transcendent. They evolve from the scorpion into the eagle to where they soar high above the air and they're able to look down and observe on what's happening, just like they swoop down, which is similar to Scorpio. It's going to sting, right? A little bit. But yeah, so regardless, Dev Ability said, definitely Phoenix lifestyle. It's annoying and painful though. I feel you. Being a Scorpio, I would feel is nothing but pain. Well, not nothing, but it's definitely a painful sign. Only because of the extreme nature of how you feel things. For sure, for sure. Let's see. Sweet. Thank y'all in the live chat for having patience thus far. Oh, shout out to Dominic. I didn't know you were here with us. I have only been feeling darkness and pain. I don't know what happiness is anymore. Don't worry, my friend. Jupiter will go back into your sign and you may be able to harness this again. But I just want to harp, like, nothing is coincidence, like, for real. The difference between the Phoenix and the Eagle level is that Eagle is transcending to, of course, a transcendent being, I would think. But, you know, I just have to really, emphasize she was just about to get into the art of channeling. She was just about to get into the art of channeling. And then all of a sudden, she cuts off. She'll be back though. She'll definitely be back. So definitely stay tuned with me. All right, sweet. But for now, right? Queen Deji said it's funny because I'm about to study channeling. Do you know your guardian angel? Elena asked. Pisces priestess, yes. 8th house secrets. I stay getting interfered. Do I know my personal guardian angel? I rock with Archangel Haniel. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do you channel your guardian angel? Definitely possible. Thank you, Divability. She said, yo, for real though. I just realized I can channel and I really need to hear this. And then she disappeared. And now she's saying she can't get back on. So I'm just gonna give her the link again. The reason why it's relevant to say she can't get back on is because she's gotten back on before on this call, before we went live. So it's not necessarily an issue with I honestly don't see this as like an L either. Like I kind of like when stuff like this happens, just so you could see that, you know, this interference is real. Like you can watch the Candace episode again. And Spring B, great idea, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. This is spiritual warfare. It's not meant to be that it will get caught up like this. This is sinister. There's some forces that don't want you to hear the truth, to be honest. And it is what it is. So hold on, let's see. What's up, yo? Are you on Firefox? Yeah, try another browser. That might be why. I mean, it worked before though. Chrome, yeah, Chrome works. I'm using Chrome. Queen Deji, it is super hard being a Gemini. I won't even go into why. And how do y'all feel about her? I mean, someone said she's boring. I don't really agree with that at all. But how do y'all like this episode so far? No. They didn't. They didn't. It was just one person. But she hates on other people. Y'all don't mind Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid hates on Scorpios. She hated on Rad too. So it is what it is. Yeah. Rad's a Scorpio too, yeah. I love you, Little Mermaid, but you need to chill. You need to chill. It is what it is. But yeah, we're still waiting for you. Yeah, all you just gotta do is click the link. And yeah, no, everyone's saying I like her. I think she's cool. I love her energy. She's amazing. Oh yeah. Who? Belle? For sure. Belle. Nikki said, much love. An auspicious loner. Nikki said you're a real one. You cool too. That's just good. Yeah, we'll wait. No worries. I'm not gonna give up. This happened with Candace too. Like we got interfered like more than 10 times. We just had to wait it out. It is what it is. So.
Okay. All right. Let me try this one more time. I'll let you get back to the chat. I just wanted to call you and let you know I'm like super shy and she's not like allowing me to get back to there. But she's like fireflies and all like.
What? It's super interference because it worked before. That works. And then she says, thank you all for your patience, for sure. There are two people who were talking about, they wanted to know about channeling, and then you cut off, right? So it is a bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see in a second. I'm trying to get back on. I just had to restart it.
All right, for sure. So she's going to restart her computer, and we'll see if it works. We'll see what we can do. For now, what I can do is draw tarot cards for each of the elements. We're gonna channel some stuff right now. All right. You Aries risings are just so blunt. It's just like, you can keep your honesty to yourself. I'm just joking. It is what it is. All right, so for the air tribe, we have the Temperance card. Gemini, Libra. Yeah, she did know proof. And Aquarius, which is talking about you being in a position to moderate a whole lot of what you're doing, as well as having a lot of angelic support, quite literally. Oh, hey. She's back on. What's poppin'? Do you have tarot cards with you?
Yeah, I got a little something. Let's see.
All right, I was starting to pull cards for everyone, and thankfully you're back, so that's what's up. So before you cut off, could you answer the question about channeling real quick, just so we definitely...
Right. So, like, anybody that wants to like get into it, I think that it's really a meditative state, you know, like if we can master just meditating and listening more, then we can tune in more to like what the spirits can channel to us. And it's not necessarily a voice, it can, you know, it can be the signs. And when the channeling signs happen, it's in sync and you see confirmation. And I remember like even in a peace talk that you had, or it was probably live when you were talking about like, don't even be surprised anymore. Like we're not impressed with this synchronicity, you know, because we're just like, okay, to the next. So when it happens, it's more or less like conversations with channeling, and not really like something that you have to really reach out to do as much. You just listen more.
Yeah. No, that's real. That's real.
You listen.
Listen.
You listen to the signs. I channel through music a lot. You know, I channel through spiritual freestyle, but I also channel through listening to what songs they want me to play for the energy. And that really brings a lot of clarity to me.
And one thing I appreciate about the reading you gave to me is that you also hooked me up with a playlist that I can listen to, or a group of songs. It's unique. I've never really used something like that before. That's really dope.
I really vibe with just like spirit channels, like songs to me to go with the vibe of that particular reading. So it definitely is just a gift. And I love kind of just being able to like share that and know that, you know, even if that song maybe isn't something you've listened to before, you can listen to it and maybe it will open some type of a portal for you, because spirit knows best. I'm just the channeler. So
that's what it do. So I started off by drawing cards for the air tribe. So what we can do is, if you bring your cards, you can pull a card for the air tribe too, and then I'll do the rest of the
okay. I'm gonna, let me see here. I got my energy oracle. I got so many. Let me see here. I got, what would you like us to use here? Let me bring my cards. See, I don't really have like a traditional tarot. I have the mini deck, like this little pagan cat deck.
Nice.
You can use that. And then I also have like the angel tarot, which I really like. They're a little soft, but they're very They're very helpful and they're very beautiful. So I think I'm going to roll with that.
Sweet.
All right. So you said you're doing air?
Yeah, I just did air and then you came back on live. So you can do air as well.
Okay. Air.
Little Mermaid, I stay with shaman friends.
Did you already pull your card?
Yeah.
All right, air fam. We have Ace of Air.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
That's what's up, Spirit. This is like all brilliant new ideas. Ace of Air. If you peep, the beautiful unicorn with wings is telling you that any brilliant idea is possible for you. Ace of Air. So you guys are on the way. I mean, you see a lot of truth in situations. You see through a lot of people's bullshit. So when you have like the Ace of Air holding you down, there's definitely the ideas that are going to be flowing. So it's like a no-brainer for you guys.
That's what's up. All right, I'm going to do the water tribe next. So for those of you wanting me to bring a shaman friend, they're real shamans. They cut themselves off from technology. I know a shaman that's in Mexico right now. Like, I can't just tell him to come on. But if I do, when I can, I will. So for the water tribe, I have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The Queen of Wands. This woman wants you to express a lot more passion and power in your life. And for the water tribe, this is talking about you really bringing back much more that swagger. The Queen of Wands like knows she's the shit. So she's just really going to help bring this out of you, I feel this is more like a spirit guide as well that may channel through your friends and through you.
Mm-hmm. Water fam. What's good? Love it. She's a G for sure.
All day, every day.
What we have here is the King of Fire. So this is motivation. This is like getting the water flowing with the King of Fire. He's lighting it for you guys. He's ready to just blaze your trail. And you are the leaders of this. So we're ready to keep it moving. I mean, there's all kinds of communication that is open for you right now. Everything's a go. So when you have this, you're ready to blaze your trail. So blaze your trail and keep it moving and do it.
I love how we got the Queen and King for water.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, I love looking at the pictures of this, and it's just, you know, he's there on top of a freaking dragon, and he's the leader. And you know, you want to give the advice, you want to take the advice, but stay creative and know that you are the leader and blaze your trail and keep it moving, because this is your time to really like be the king.
Sweet. So for the Earth tribe, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is saying, definitely honor your self-nurturing ability. Definitely honor your ability to give you, King John, you're coming all the way off guard. But definitely honor your ability to know that you see into the worth and value of things. And this is just like the king who has the Midas touch. So I see for the Earth tribe, you really feeling your worth, you really feeling your value, you really stepping into that materially as well. Nothing but positivity there.
Mm-hmm. Loving it. Earth peeps, we have the sun.
Nice.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like the sun. So we definitely are going to get that sun energy popping. I mean, it's in the northern hemisphere, you know, what we have is summertime. So embrace it, have fun. You're shining. Do you, and do it in a shining manner, because the sun is going to bring you so many gifts. Whether you just soak in it for 1 minute, take it in and use that energy every day. And when you take that energy, you spread it to someone else. So keep on shining, because you're the earth. You guys really kind of like hold it down for most of us, because the tribe on the earth is just such a natural way to be. And what a great card for the earth signs is to know that your sun is supported. I love it.
So finally, for the fire tribe, let's see. We have the Chariot card, which is talking about you so swagadaciously charging into victory. Don't let short-term gratification stop your tracks. You are victorious. You are the winner. You are definitely going to achieve victory, as you should. So congratulations with that, and I wish you the best. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fire. Love it. So we have life experience. So meaning this is Archangel Chamuel. He's letting you know that like there is a significant event and a really powerful thing that's going on. It's life experience. It's going to make you feel like, you know what, maybe this is life changing. And a lot of times we experience life every single day knowing that, yeah, there's changes, but when is it really a big, big change? Well, there's a big, big change coming fire. And it's going to be just setting it on fire. Okay. You know, when people say on lit, it's on lit. So it's going to be happening that it's going to set everything on fire. So really, you know, get into it. Know that, you know, it's time for you guys to spread your wings, like know it and own it and just light it up like you do. So this life experience is going to be mind blowing for you guys. So just prepare, because I love my fire signs. I love every sign, but I just know you guys really can do this, and you do it the strength, you know. So I'm loving it. This is going to be, don't let anybody kind of like try to put that out either, because you guys are in a position right now where you're just like so blazing that they can't even touch you. They'll mostly get burnt. I'm feeling that.
Sweet sauce. So there you have it, fire, with your glorious asses.
I know. Gosh, that was beautiful.
Like, why do y'all have to be so fabulous? Aries, Sagittarius, like, let's not even talk about Leo. But anyway,
I'm right.
We're going to segue into Nikki's chart now. Here you have her astrology chart, and nothing short of beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Really mean that. It down to the Venus trine Mars. I always love seeing Venus conjunct Mars or Venus trine Mars. It's a mark of true creativity, and I love how it's in Earth. So it really speaks of your determination, and I bet you're very much so a perfectionist when it comes to, you know, creating art or music. Like, do you ever feel like, you know how there's some people who like do stuff and it's like amazing, but it's just not good enough to you at the moment?
Yeah. You kind of go through like that, their own battles, and you're like, nah, not that one. Not that, you know. Kind of always searching for like that one that makes you go, yes. So
Whenever I
find that perfectionist.
Whenever I also look at charts, I always look at the 8th and 7th. When I see Neptune in someone's 8th, that lets me know they're definitely super psychic for sure.
You were talking about that. Were you talking about that last night? Saying like, I'm always peeping their 8th house. And what was the other one? The 4th. You're like, I peeped the 8th and the 4th.
The 8th and the 4th, definitely all day, like mandatory. And I love how you have yours in Sagittarius. So it's like you can see through that 8th house, and then you're a Scorpio, so you already rule that, which is amazing. And I think the last thing to really point out for sure is this 29-degree Uranus that you have, which is just so profound. And I think the element and influence of it being in the 7th house is so profound in terms of you carrying this channeling ability towards others. Like, you give these gifts to other people. It really helps you know who other people are, which I think is even better than it being in the 1st for obvious reasons. And then you have Isis and Osiris here too. Whenever I see them in the same sign, these are people who can really like identify who your twin flames are or who your soulmates are at great length. And it's just a great honor once again to have you on the team, because this
Oh
is
my gosh, it's surreal. It's such an honor to be on the team. Thank you.
no, definitely. How do you usually how would you say you experience your Neptune and your Uranus? Like what experience is that for you?
So how is it like kind of making me at this time, or like experiences prior?
Really, you like just this life experience. Like what is it like to have a 29-degree Uranus and then Neptune in the eighth as well?
I'm just feeling like I do kind of feel like, you know what I mean, very laser focused when it comes to that, and it's very natural. The 29-degree Uranus in Scorpio has just been kind of like a clear channel to me through spirit. I feel like that's kind of like the dinger that kind of really connects us. I feel like it's brought me to such a higher realm. It's always been there, but once I've gotten into the mystical ways, I'm like, yo, this is very deep. And being, you know what I mean, so strongly influenced in, you know, being creative, like how you said, you know, you've seen some creative things, but when it's like creative and then you kind of mix hip hop because it come from that era, I think it makes a lot of sense that I've been able to like channel through that. And I just want to give a shout out to you because you were the first person that I seen that actually mixed astrology and hip hop, and it was like so profound to me. And I just want to say thank you for doing what you do, because you inspire so many people and you inspired me. And I'm very happy to be a part of like what you do. And it's just been an honor so far knowing you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Al. I'm grateful all around. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I just never seen anybody do it. And I was like, yo, he's a dope astrologer. And then I was like, he raps. Like it was like mind blown all the way. And then I seen your rhyme scheme stuff and I was like, oh yeah. And he's a good MC. So that's what I love about it. You know, your content is sick.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I think we have enough time for this. I usually do, yeah, we have enough time. I usually do the questions game.
Okay.
So what we can do is go back and forth, asking each other questions. And you can start. So you'll ask me a question, I'll answer. I'll ask you a question, you'll answer, and then we'll just go back and forth once we do 3 times.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Sweet.
Okay. So any question?
Any question?
Yeah. Okay. Who's your dream feature on a hip hop album?
Oh, that's such a good question. My dream feature would have to be, it's a tie between my dream feature, like Kanye used to be my idol, but
Okay.
now my dream feature would be like Royce the 5'9" or Black Thought. One of those two. It might have to be Royce though. I want to go back and forth with Royce so bad. Like
that is so dope. You gotta come to the D. Let's make it happen.
No, definitely.
Oh, Royce the 5'9". Definitely.
That would be amazing. That would be super amazing. I would totally love that too much.
He's a dope. And Black Thought, wow, shouts out. That's amazing. Did you listen to that Jay Dilla Black Thought I sent you?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Listen to it.
I wanted to be in the right state, so I'm gonna do it tonight after
Maybe
once I saw those two together, I was like, oh, I have to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta love it. But yeah, Royce the 5'9", shout out to the crib. He's always been amazing at what he did in hip hop. So, and he's still making huge moves. Love Royce the 5'9". Very sick MC.
I hope him and Eminem do another Bad Meets Evil. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, word on the street. They're both in the studio right now. So
nice.
I'm pretty sure they'll be doing something.
So my question to you is, what is the first zodiac sign you ever fell in love with? Or rose in?
Love, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace, idea.
All right. Well, I mean, it was probably somebody that I was serious with back in the day. You know, I'm trying to think, like, fall in love. I haven't fell in love too many times. You know, young love, puppy love. But definitely there was a Sag and a Leo. It's like a fire sign thing.
Yeah. What is it with fire signs and sparking love in people's hearts? Like, it's always like a fire sign.
Yeah. And then them damn Leos, I swear.
Sagittarius caught me off guard, but
yeah.
a Leo prepped me for that too. I didn't even realize. Like, the Leo woman was all like, I was all like, yeah, I'm wrong for this love. And then the Leo was like, no, you should be happy in love. Like you should, of course you should be in love. I was like, wow, I feel okay being in love and stuff. And yeah, they're really good with that. At least with like, I said that a little wrong. Like I try to make it sound like I was wrong for the way I loved, but Leo will just let you know, no, love is love is love is love. So it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite planet?
Ooh, this is such a good question. My favorite, I have mad love for Uranus. Like Uranus is my go-to right now. I'm trying to walk that path with him, but I have deep love for Neptune because I don't understand her as much, and Pluto has my respect. I think after my Saturn return, Saturn will be my favorite, but I can't not give it to Mercury because Mercury has held me down from day uno. Venus held me down too. Venus has been cool. She's been putting me on. So I would have to say it's a tie between Iraq. Stop it. But I'd have to say it's a tie between Mercury or Uranus. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give it to Mercury though. I'm gonna give it to Mercury.
So you're riding for Mercury as your number one.
I'm gonna ride with Mercury. Because I like the
that's what's up.
What happened?
I said that's what's up.
No, appreciate that. No, for real. I hope I don't regret that answer. Little Mermaid just said every Leo who marries a Gemini divorces. Shame on you. Because I'm trying to find a case where that's not true, and I can't yet.
Leo that marries a Gemini
divorces. I mean, it's one of those general statements, but it's like, damn, I've kind of seen this too. Like, it is what it is. I still believe in Gem Leo though. But yeah, my question for you now is, what do you feel the newer generations need to implement to really, because I feel the newer generations are pretty cool spiritually, but what are they missing? What can they use to really like go to that next level?
music.
Amen. No, I love how you answered that like so like quickly too. Like you're good music, obviously, because there are
obviously good music, but it's music, and that's what's gonna heal, and that's gonna help them. They gotta get more in tune to good music. I really feel that strong.
If anything, the music now is leading them astray, which was the intended effect, and it's working. But damn.
Yeah, and I'm not just even talking hip hop, or I mean, it could be anything. Like we were vibing off like instrumental beats, and it could be, it doesn't even have to have voice, but something that's gonna kind of bring you to a connection. A lot of people are so disconnected, like just staring at the TV. Play music and really listen to what your thoughts are when you hear a song.
That makes sense. I feel like Michael Jackson exemplified the importance of good music.
Yes.
Just to be able to captivate like a whole world, like multiple generations of people, for sure, with just nothing but uplifting music. So it's just like amazing.
My mom seen Jackson 5 at the Michigan State Fair when it was like, I think like 1964. She had a Polaroid of them, and I'm just like, what? Jackson 5, it makes me think of, the evolution of MJ, and, what he's done and how he's impacted, like you say, so many generations and so many time gaps. So
yeah, no, for real.
I don't know if a lot of people in the chat know this, but I'm curious to know what sparked like you getting into astrology? What like made it click where you're like, this is me and I'm doing this?
Oh, great question. I love saying this story. Every time I say it, it just, I get more a little bit too. It's like, I'm really realizing I didn't go into astrology. Like astrology just kind of like kidnapped me. Like I had cried out. Jupiter was coming out my 12th house, and I was like, before when it was in my 12th house, I was like, screw this. I'm going hard for Jesus. Like y'all got me screwed up. I'm not gonna be a lukewarm Christian. I was all ready to like be an apologist and to go to school for like Bible theory, and then the universe is just like, no. And like my
sister, you said you were going to school to go into, say that again, Bible theory?
I wanted to. I was looking into schools that I can go in for theology.
Oh, theology. Okay, I missed that. I heard you say something in Bible study. I was like, wow.
And like, you know, my sister at the time was talking to this one dude. My sister at the time was friends with this chick, and her stepdad was like a culandera who was into like Santeria and all that stuff. He was an Aquarius. So in the meantime, he kind of helped me like shed my beliefs about Christianity. And he was telling me, you know, he was telling me about the real, so he was dropping knowledge on me, telling me about like the roots of these religions. And this is when I started reading astrology a lot. He taught me to do cards. But one thing he told me, he's an Aquarius, he was like, forget astrology. Like astrology isn't real. Astrology's whack. Like you can just do a ritual with these gods and stuff will happen. You don't have to rely on planet transits. Meanwhile, it's funny, the Leo King was telling me the opposite. Like I didn't tell him about what this guy told me. He was all like, yeah, you don't need that traditional stuff. Just like live your own life. But it is what it is. Yeah. It wasn't until after I kind of like let go. Like I ended up falling out with the Aquarius guy because, you know, he was a fraud. He was a complete fraud. He was kind of using, he was kind of using that spiritual practice in the wrong way. But it is what it is. That whole experience was necessary because it kind of brought me out. It transitioned me. Then Jupiter went into my first, and I had my readings, and it changed my life already around that time. And I just started really studying it, and I realized, wow, this is what I'm meant to do for now. Even at that, like astrology is just like a tool that's helping me get to my true purpose, because I feel like it's gonna help me. Astrology for me is like my eyes. Like some people, like Scorpio, Sag, like they don't need charts. They can read energies. You know what I'm saying? I'm blind. Like I need the charts to actually see it, and it's really taught me so much. And I'm just so grateful. Like I feel like I'm on a ride. Like the universe just snatched me away. Like here's the journey of truth. So definitely.
Yeah, hence the kidnap. How you're like astrology kidnapped me. I was like, yo, that's a great like example to like. That's a good metaphor.
It definitely called me. I wasn't like, I want to do astrology. Astrology is like, we need to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely grateful. So my last question for you, which I love asking, is what are 3 zodiac signs that you love, and then 3 zodiac signs that give you the most challenge?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go with the ones that I love the most. And, you know, I got to give love to the Scorps. I do, but I don't know if I want to say, I mean, it's no particular order. So it's 3 Scorps, you're in there. Okay. I don't know if you're number 1, but Scorpios, you are my heart for sure. But I also got to say that, oh, I love Geminis. And I also, oh gosh, it's hard because I really give like love to every sign. Every sign, like Cancers, you're so dope. I love Cancers. Gosh, yeah, they're amazing. I want to give a shout out to like one of my greatest mentors. She's a Pisces, and I love Pisces. So it'd be like a mix between like Cancer, Pisces. Like I really dig that energy that they all bring. But her name's Lumi, and she's 77. She just turned 77 on March 13th, and she's been a great inspiration. She kind of really helped me a lot when it came to like metaphysical lifestyle, and she owns a metaphysical shop down the road, and we just automatically hit it off, and we just would sit and talk about signs and crystals for hours and stuff. So she's been a really great inspiration in my life. She's a Pisces. My mom's a Taurus. I'm double Taurus. So, I mean, I love so many signs, but I'd have to say I really do love those three. And if I had to pick between Cancer and Pisces, I'd probably roll with Pisces. I love Pisces. And then the challenges, well, I mean, there's been some challenges here and there with some fire signs. So Aries, sometimes, you know, there's definitely that challenge with Aries. I have a lot of confidence and love for Aries, but sometimes there is a challenge with them. But I got super bad love for fire signs though. Like let's be real. I love every sign. I give love to every sign because I think there's a unique quality about every sign that I admire.
It's hard to hate signs once you're more into astrology. It's really hard.
It's so hard because I don't want to leave Virgos out either because they're amazing, you know, and it's just, it's like, it is what it is. But I'd say like Aries, some fire signs a little bit more challenging. And Capricorn can be pretty challenging. Yeah, I'd say those two. And
pretty challenging. Pretty challenging or really challenging? I don't know.
Really challenging. Yeah, so those two definitely. And then Aquarius can be a little challenging too. But I love Aquarius, but I think those three can be more on the challenging side. So I don't associate challenging and dislike in the same way because I got love, you know, just the challenge, I think, in the communications.
That's what's up.
All
righty, so I guess now I'm gonna ask you a question before we close, but let's do that closing freestyle first.
Oh yeah.
We'll go back and forth. I got a beat this time. It was your ringtone actually. We'll hit that.
Oh shit.
Can you hear the beat?
Yes.
All righty.
Yes.
Yeah. I hit with the beat before it dropped. That's how I do, and I do it nonstop. I'm a little nervous, and you can see it, but I'm like Naruto, just believe it. Oh yes, I'm so facetious. I'm heaven sent like my name was Jesus. I didn't have to write like any of these bars. I just have to spit, and I drive it like a car. And it's cool, cause I never wreck it. Yeah, just respect it. Yeah, just bet it like it's Black entertainment television. But it's all good cause I got hella vision. And I see like we see, and we see like we be, and it is what it do, and it do be the deed. I'ma pass the beat though real quick cause you know that we spit this. Oh, so sick.
Oh, so sick. Oh, that shit. Who's that chick? Who that bit? We just rolling. We ain't no Crips. We got that blood. We so sick. We drop that knowledge. I'm with the magic. Hit the mic. We on the mic. We keep it tight. I don't even hear the beat. I keep it going so sweet. You know I'm from the deep. Yep, I kick it. That's it. And this is how we do it. It's like magic. And then I say, I grab it. Back and forth, I manage to kick that shit with the man, the peace dealer. Yeah, we got that wheeler. We ain't popping no wheelers. We tell you it's the Steelers, but I ain't talking Pittsburgh. We still in that bad energy. We throwing it back at them when you see. And this is how we do that thing. This is Nick. I just grab it like a Mac MC. Okay, yes, that's who we be. We got them good vibes. Don't get it twisted. We done G. That's a fact. And this is how it is. I got the rap to knack. But I got the challenge, and that's what it is. The challenge and the channeling coming through, kid. When I kick that shit, it's not simplistic. I roll in it, say what up to the chat. I miss ya. That's it. It's in it. My mom's in it. Luther, Bell, auspicious. When we kick this, this is Nick Nack. The beat going funny, but I don't know if I'm on it. And I just kick it to you. And this is how we do it. We know it. We the cool cats of the world, we rule it. This is how it is. Yeah, we just do it.
And we do it and do it and do it well.
Do it and do it.
Shout out to Nikki spitting them bars. She's not spitting from this shit. I'm spitting this from the thing that I have. So she's off beat because this thing really lagged. And she did back down at all. She spilled with the fireballs just for y'all. That's how you know she really about the shit. That's how you know Mystic Illumination's legit. Yeah. If you want some guidance, please copy reading. Got the link below. That you'll be receiving. She really legit with the channeling. She channels Tupac too. That ain't challenging. It is what it is. And you know what we do. And you know what it is. And I swear this shit's true. So I hope you're really cool. And that's all we got here for you.
Yes.
No, I'm really impressed. Like there was a lag and you still kept spinning bars. Like,
oh, I couldn't hear it, and then it went fuzzy, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to drop again, but I just like kept it going. I couldn't hear it because it like paused, and then I was like, maybe it didn't hit it, but it's been a pleasure hearing you spit back and forth with me. I mean, how much fun. I hope you guys in the chat had fun.
Oh, they did. We got 5 stars. Someone said 5 stars. So the last, do you have any final advice for anyone who's getting into this spiritual path, and anyone who's like willing to, you know, share themselves with spirit?
Yeah, just really know that you're here for a reason, and the reason is for you to share your gifts. We all have these natural gifts. We all have connection to spirit. Never have fear, and just know that we are here to make the difference that we are here. We're paving the way to even the generations before us that may teach us more. So if you're curious about spiritual world, or you're curious about mystic illuminations, and you want to know what's up, like watch Mike's videos. That's my advice. Like get on, you know, Magic Mike, get on the Peace Dealer. There's so many different avenues you can do, but definitely kind of like go on your own route and just know that like there's so many different ways that you can connect to spirit. You know, we have the internet now. Before, you know, people would get up on their books. I have a huge bookshelf of all, you know, so I still read. So read if you like to read. Just keep your knowledge going, because the more you talk about it, how you live it, get it, how you live it. You speak it, you live it, feel it, and be it, you know. There's nothing that should hold anyone back from wanting to be one with God and one with the divine. And just do it. We need you guys. We need everybody.
We really do, y'all. And make sure y'all hit her up in the. I have her link to the description link. Just another testimonial. Like she helped me like piece together some final pieces of stuff I channeled, and this is stuff I did not tell anybody. And she just said it verbatim, word for word. She also does Reiki healings. So for those of you wanting that healing, she'll channel with the hip hop, and she'll send you, I mean, Reiki from Scorpio is just miracle healing in and of itself. So definitely take advantage. Make sure y'all hit her up, and join me on Thursday. We finally got Amber Khan in the building.
What? That's what's up.
It's going to be a dope talk. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much again, Nikki. I really enjoyed this call.
Thank you, Mike. I had a blast, man. It's been such a pleasure. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, you stay blessed, and thank y'all once again in the live chat for always showing love and tuning in. And
love you guys so much.